Rush Duel is a fast-paced spin-off game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you can summon as many monsters as you want and draw up to 5 cards each turn. In this series, me and the TheDrAlex progress through each Rush Duel product release and build decks with whatever cards were available at that time. We have been drafting characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime and have exclusive access to those characters' boss monsters, and will continue to draft characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush series. Join us as we continue to battle it out in this series, Rush Duel Character Draft. Structure Deck Birth of Hero was released July 13th, 2024 and introduces the Elemental Hero archetype to Rush Duel. This series of cards focuses around fusing low-level warrior monsters to create low-level fusion monsters, but that have multiple combinations depending on which monsters are used as fusion material. This box only contains 2 new cards that are above level 6, so I will be receiving Rottwyvern, who can be special summoned from the hand if I control a warrior type normal monster, can mill 4, and can add fusion from grave to hand, as well as Elemental Hero Neos, a 2500 attack normal hero monster that will be more useful going forward as contact fusions are introduced into Rush Duel. This does mean that both myself and Alex will have access to all 3 new fusion monsters, those being Thunder Giant, who can discard 1 card to destroy 1 face-up monster with less original attack than himself. Flame Wingman, who burns the opponent for the attack of a monster destroyed by battle, and the Rush exclusive Burst Wingman, who can boost a warrior by 1000 until the end of the next turn, and pop a back row. So this is the deck we're bringing today, and this is the Hero Structure Deck. This is completely unchanged with the same ratios that you get if you were to purchase a physical Hero Structure Deck. This deck is awkward. So we have a lot of vanillas in here, including our Elemental Hero Neos, which is 2500 attack. This card is actually one of the better cards in the deck. We'll explain why in a little bit. We also have Max Raider and Gaia, which not great. And then we have a level 6 2100. So again, not the best. We do have an okay assortment of the regular heroes, which is pretty good because we'll need these to make our fusion plays. We can also use them with our Elemental Circulation spell, which is very, very strong. And they all do get boosted by Skyscraper. And Skyscraper is the reason that Elemental Hero Neos is actually pretty good, because Skyscraper will allow Neos to be 3500, which is kind of big. The other kind of new card that we have in here is our Argent, which can make fusioning a little bit easier. Hopefully it does end up doing that. Rottwyvern does a similar thing. This tries to get us access to the fusion card, as well as fill our graveyard for our Miracle Fusion plays. Other than that, we do actually have the fusions themselves. We have Thunder Giant, which is okay, but it's a little bit weak for a fusion monster. Same with Flame Wingman. And then we have the good fusion Elemental Hero Burst Wingman. This card is actually really good. Avian and Burst Dinatrix. Send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. 1 face-up warrior gains 1000 attack until the end of your opponent's next turn. So that's very, very good. And then we could destroy Spell Trap, and being able to pop back row is very, very good. If we combine this with the Skyscraper, we can have a 4100 attack monster, which is probably going to be our kind of main combo that we're going to try and get out. So this is the deck. We're not feeling like super confident, but I think if we do find Burst Wingman, we do find Elemental Hero Neos, we do find Miracle Fusion, and we do find Skyscraper, we might have a chance. Let's fire into the games and see what Alex has got for us. So last week we did a bit of a switcheroo and we swapped up our decks. I played Dark Matter, which was an experience. I don't hate the Dark Matter deck. I think on paper it's actually kind of cool. It just feels like it's missing stuff to feel really nice to play at the moment. And you got your hands on Hybrid Drive, which we gave to you before. I believe at the very least you took it before we knew it was a Yuhi deck. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. But in general, it didn't really make sense for me to take those cards because I wouldn't be able to do literally anything with them because they all need high level. Well, the low level cards we both have access to anyway. So the only real card that you got was Screwdriver, and Screwdriver specifically works with high level dragons. So it's a little bit awkward, even though I do think Screwdriver's like art is really, really cool. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off track there. You played the Hybrid Drive deck, and we got to see a little bit of what these decks could do, but neither of them really did what we wanted them to do. And in the end, I did come out on top, which, you know, is good. I like winning, but I would have liked to show off a bit more of what the Hybrid Drive deck can do, so maybe we will revisit that in the future. But this week is something kind of special, because we do have the release of a new structure deck. Now, the last time we had a structure deck release, it was the Blue Eyes White Dragonmon, and you went on a bit of a tear with that deck. It was very, very strong on release, and we did a couple of episodes where you got to bully me with the Blue Eyes, and the more things change, the more they stay the same, because you're going to be back on the Blue Eyes deck once again, and I'm going to be on the brand new Hero Structure, which, I mean, you did. I remember when I pitched this idea to you, I think what you said was like, "Are you sure? Have you seen that hero deck?" And I'm not. I don't think I'm favored here. I think it's not necessarily gonna be catastrophic, but I don't think I'm expected to win here. I think realistically, you could easily take this 2-0. But if I hold my own even a little bit, I'll take that as a victory. You never know, I might be able to surprise everyone, including myself, and come out with a dub. So what we're doing for this week is we are using unedited versions of both of the structures. We're just going to go in with our really weird, almost Highlander-ish decks, where we've only got multiple copies of a couple of cards, and kind of just see what happens. And that includes all the structure deck chaff that we've got kind of thrown in as well, just to make the deck feel even worse than it otherwise would. So, shall we head straight on in, and then we'll just see what happens?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do this. All right, and you get to choose if you go first or second.
First.
Is your hand looking as pleasant as mine? Doing the 2 back row. How empty we get in this hand? Ooh, completely empty. A set monster. So a lot of your Blue Eyes cards have 2500 defense, which is a little bit scary because, as you probably know, my guys don't really get bigger than 25, at least not without help. So we'll start out by normal summoning out Spectre of Heaven's End, which will let me excavate the top 3 cards and send a card to the grave. So there's Gaia, Fusion, and then one of my new cards, Rising Hero Argent. So Argent is a cool card. I don't really want to draw into the Gaia. I think we're going to put Argent into the graveyard. And we'll see if we can do anything with that a little bit later. But for now, set this. Then tribute, set this, and pass.
Okay. Spectrum of Legend.
Okay, so this one is, while this card's face on the field, face at level 8 or higher dragon monsters on your field gain 500 attack. Ah, so this is actually worse than it could have been. I was like, oh, that's like a bright dragon. That's going to be annoying to out. Getting over 3,000 is difficult. Getting over 3,500 is even harder. And it can't be destroyed by card effects. Okay.
Drago, right.
Yep.
Greedy.
No, it's a double tribute monster, but there's a chance it has low defense, I guess.
I could play. Let me finish.
Ah, you fool! You could have gotten greedy. I don't know how I draw out of this, to be honest. Ooh.
Max Raider.
Good old Max Raider. Throw Ship of the 7 Treasures down. There's actually a good card in here. We'll be sending that Gaia to the grave. So, like, I have that as an option, but it doesn't actually do anything. So I think I'm better off just doing this. So I will activate my Elemental Circulation, so I can reveal a level 6 or 7 Warrior-type Fusion monster from my X deck to my opponent and send a Warrior-type normal monster who's mentioned on it from my hand to the graveyard. Then I can draw 3 cards and send a card from my hand to the graveyard. I cannot activate monster effects the rest of this turn except those of warriors. So this is quite an interesting one. So basically it's Graceful Charity as long as I already have a normal elemental hero in my hand. So I can reveal to you Flame Wingman, then I can send this Avian to the graveyard, then I draw 3, and now I can send 1 card back to the bin. Right, we're going to get rid of Sakakaze, I think. Next, I'm going to normal summon out my Horn Knives the Music Princess. We'll activate its effect, so I can send top card to the graveyard. And if it was a warrior monster sent to the graveyard, I can add a warrior type normal monster back to my hand. So now the question is, do I want a warrior type normal monster? I think we do. We'll take back our Avian. I don't think a high level monster is going to do much good for me here. Set. And then we're going to tribute summon both of my monsters. to summon out Rotwyvern. So if I have a face-up warrior type normal monster on my field, I can special summon this card from my hand. Obviously, we didn't bother doing that. But I can send the top 4 cards of my deck to the graveyard, then I can add Fusion from my graveyard to my hand. But I've just realised that I've locked myself into warrior effects, so I can't use that effect, which is fine. It's not terrible. No matter how I do this, it's very awkward. I think we're going to set a monster. And then I'm going to set another monster. Go to battle, and we'll try to clear over this Dragalite. Then we'll pass.
Yep. Siesta Torero.
Ooh, okay. I don't think you need him, but welcome to the field.
Tribute 2 for Hyozan Ryu.
Okay, okay. We've got a guy out. It was Siesta Hold.
Oh.
I don't think this trap was going to be live for the rest of the game, so...
Battle.
Okay.
Be over.
Take the 17. You killed Elemental Hero Avion. Let's see what we draw. We're just gonna... set. Then... Tribute set. And then set. And then pass the turn. I'm just like sat here waiting for Burst Stream of Destruction to ruin my day.
Put down the Node of Legend.
Okay. Wait a minute, I just talked about that card. Oh, so I'm not dead, at the very least.
With the blue eyes, unfortunately. But... oh, I should have put that. Never mind.
I think you're going to be okay. We're going to just set some cards and then pass the turn.
Okay.
Theoretically, you might struggle to get past set 3 pass with Burst Stream of Destruction gone.
Yeah, probably should have saved.
Okay, you got my Hero Boy, which is a new one. Unfortunately, his effect was irrelevant currently. My Piercing Samurai, which I don't think was going to do much against 3 attack mode monsters. We're going to activate Skyscraper.
Ooh.
Very good spell card. We finally found it. Now, we're going to activate the Magical Stone Excavation. So with this, I can send 2 cards from my hand to the graveyard. And then I can add back my Elemental Circulation to my hand. So we did just send Sparkman to the graveyard. Then we're going to go ahead and activate Elemental Circulation. So I'm going to go ahead and reveal my Flame Wingman and discard my Avion to draw 3. Now we have to discard 1 card. I guess I don't need this at all when you really think about it. Alright, we'll send Clayman to the grave. Now, I just need to make sure I understand how my cards work before I do this. I will go ahead and activate Miracle Fusion. And I'm going to make a brand new Rush exclusive monster by combining Avion and Burstinatrix. I will summon out my Elemental Hero Burst Wingman. So I can send the top card of my deck to the graveyard, then 1 face-up warrior monster in my field gains 1000 attack to the end of the turn, or the end of the opponent's next turn. And then I can destroy a spell trap on your field. So, well, there goes Fusion. We do want to pop one of your cards. The problem is, Sanctum of Legend is a weird one. It's like, it gives you a permanent boost. Which is kind of good. Especially if you have any of the others. But I think we have to start chipping away at some of this back row. So we're going to hit this. Okay, Trap Hole's kind of irrelevant here. We'll set. And then I'm going to activate my Parallel Birth Gate. Oh, there goes my legend. This will let me get 2 normal monsters back from the graveyard. So, as much as I'd love to get, like, fancy, I think we're just going to take back 2 just high-level vanillas. So, what are we looking at? We've got a reasonably okay board. The issue is, again, those trap cards scare me. Right, we'll go to battle. We will attempt to clear the blue eyes. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Then we will attempt to clear the Hyozan Ryu, and we will attempt to clear the Node of Legend. And then we pass.
Go. Silent Doom.
Doom. Okay.
Therefore summon Vision Dragon.
I think I will take this opportunity to Dragon Lion Pit Trap. Will destroy your vision, but will not destroy Blue Eyes because it's protected by Sanctum of Legend.
Go to battle.
Okay, you didn't have a normal summon. I was just dead if you had a normal. Although, it's not looking great for me anyway. How have I still not found? But this has to go down. So I think we do this, this. I think we just pass on that. So we got
This.
That's pretty good. Dragonic Pressure, the old Duel Link staple.
Yeah.
Ancient Arrive Dragon.
I don't think I've ever used Ancient Arrive Dragon.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Phoenix Dragon's limited. You can't keep using it. Okay, Arrive comes down. We do have our Quaking Mirror Force, but I believe it is delaying the inevitable. But we will take any chance we have. There is a very clear issue currently. That being, I don't have a lot of cards left in my deck, which does make this rather difficult. Because I have plays, but they will take all the cards out of my hand and then I will just die. But we have been waiting for this whole time, so we'll use our Secret Order. And we're going to summon out from our hand Elemental Hero Neos, who is in the bottom 3 cards of our deck. Then I will just go to battle, because I can't afford to play any more cards. And end. Now, I think the likelihood of me winning from this position is quite low. I think you could have ended your turn and you would have won the game, but like I don't die to the draw.
You're only drawing 2.
Yeah, but then I have to OTK you through a 1600 defense with whatever the 5 cards I've got are. Which I'm just going to say, they're not great cards. Actually, to be fair, the bottom 2 cards of my deck should be Burstinatrix and Avian, unless I've shuffled my deck at any point. Did you? I mean, you must have drawn that turn, mustn't you? Yeah. I was like, the only hope I have to even survive this turn is you don't see Bright. But yeah, I think Bright was the last card in your deck that beats over Neos. I don't know that for a fact. I'm literally making that up, but there's a chance.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, there's an okay chance I live there. So if my next 2 cards were going to be Burstinatrix and Avian, I did have a Fusion in hand. I could have made the Fusion, boosted its attack up.
One Fusion.
I get 2 copies. I mean, even that though, I would. If you had done nothing but pass the turn, I could have cleared your guy, gotten in for 41, and then attacked you for 12. So 53 was the cap of damage I could have dealt to. So I couldn't have killed you either way, even if you'd passed the turn. But let's hope game 2 goes a little better. Well, that was a quick side decking session. I think I'll go first. I will start by normal summoning Elemental Hero Avian. And then I'll activate the effect of my Rotwyvern to special summon it. Then I can send the top 4 cards of my deck to the graveyard. And add Fusion back to my hand. Hey, that actually felt like a combo. We have lost our Legend Trap. I'm sure that's not important. I guess we're setting this. And we'll go 1, 2, pass. This doesn't seem like this seems like a better start than last game at the very least. Now, if you could just not turn 1, drop Blue Eyes White Dragon again, that would be great.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Oh, no, no, no. Not again. Okay, this is a lot more tame than it could have been. This hand is so close to being absolutely incredible, and yet is not. We could just mill more cards with our Rotwyvern, not really expecting to hit the fusion, but just to put cards in the grave. So I think we'll try that. Let's see what we hit. Bustinatrix is now in the graveyard. That's a card that exists. I'm going to go ahead and activate Miracle Fusion. And I'm going to make the one, the only. Burst Wingman again. We're going to activate Burst Wingman. We're going to boost Burst Wingman. And then I'm going to pop... I think I'm just going to pop the Sanctum of Legend. I think that caused too much trouble last time. We'll put this to attack. I guess we're probably going to set one of these. We'll set this one. Then we'll go to battle, and we will declare an attack with our 18. And then get in for 31. And then we'll pass. Okay. Right, the hero deck has to take what it can get, okay? If you have to brick so that I can have a chance, so be it. Ooh, Phoenix Dragon. Into Burning Blaze. Don't you just love it when they put random level 6s in your deck?
Yeah.
It was Clayman!
Oh no!
The only non-legend that could survive that hit as a level 4 or lower. Unfortunately, my hand is like all chocked up of stuff. I mean, I'll activate Rotwyvern just because I've already got 5 cards in my hand, so it doesn't matter if I have too many. I'll just take back Fusion. We'll go ahead and use Burst Wingman's effect again. And we're going to pop this. I mean, do I just put this to attack? Like YOLO, right? We'll go to battle. I guess we will try to attack with this. Assuming that back throws nothing. Get in for the 18. Get in for the 8. End the turn. Oh, now this is prone to whiffing when you have a constructed deck. So let's see if it whiffs even harder in a... Yes. Such a strong card when it actually does its job, but... He's back! Then select one card from my hand to the graveyard, up to 2 face-up monster opponents will lose 400 attack to the end of this turn. Then you can special summon one each of Clear Eyes and Burning Blaze. I assume that means you can't summon... Oh, you can! I would have thought that you would need both of them to use that effect, just because of how it's worded.
No.
Up to. Yeah. I didn't read the up to part. My poor Rotwyvern. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure you know where this is going. We use this, boost its attack, pop the back row, let's not waste your time. Go to battle, swing over this. Alright, so, it did take you bricking, but the hero deck is on the board. Let's see what happens in game 3.
Go first.
Okie dokie.
And...
I'd never summon this card. 3 games!
If you keep drawing it.
He's your new signature boss monster, apparently. Well, I have this, which I didn't think I'd get to use. There we go. Ghost Cyclone. Pop that, draw a card. What do we hit? Double Doom, which is... High Dragon Dragon monster. You choose, becomes the next target for the opponent's attack. Okay. YOLO with this stuff? I mean, I guess. We'll set. Tribute both, and summon out Elemental Hero Neos, which thank God we opened this game. We'll set this, go to battle, clear over this for a Hundy, and then hope this can clear. I think you have a lot of low defense, and you have a couple of high defense. Okay, then we'll just pass.
Oh, that's good.
It's back. That's the 2 cards you've played all 3 games, is Sanctum of Legend and your Fire Dragon. Shouldn't arrive. Ooh, no monsters at all. That's unfortunate. I will normal summon my Horn Knives. Activate its effect. I can grab a Warrior normal from the grave. Do I even want... It's only Gaia. Do I want Gaia? I don't want Gaia, you know. We're just not. We will tribute the Horn Knives, though, to summon out our other music princess. Again, I'm not really sure why she's in here, but here she is. We'll set a couple more cards. Go to battle. Try and get in with this. Pretty sure none of your traps really are good into this kind of board state. So, pass on it. Let's see if we can draw your way out of this. All it takes is one burst stream to turn the game around. Ooh, if Lord of D lands, this could be huge. There's burst stream, but unfortunately not grabbing that. There is bright. Do you not get to grab bright off this, or is that not bright?
Hmm?
It looked like that was Bright Dragon that you excavated. I didn't catch who it was. No, it was Node of Legend. It just looked like Bright underneath your deck. You gotta remember, I see it like this little tiny thing on the other side of the screen.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that if you just get out like any of your 2500 dragons, even if you don't attack me, I still need to find a like skyscraper or get out burst wingman to actually clear it.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be. I mean, that's at the very least a 2500 butt, right? And possibly 28. And as is, I cannot deal with it. Right, we'll just draw skyscraper for turn. I'm not worried. That's like mildly frustrating, but I mean, I can't do anything about it. I guess we'll change Siesta to defense for when you inevitably do summon something big, and when I inevitably cannot defeat this monster. Am I taking 300 damage is the question. Ow. Yes, I am. I will pass. Even when you know you're not going to clear it, you can't not attack it, right?
Yeah. Phoenix.
Okay, so Phoenix can get you back a boy, but that boy is not going to gain a boost from Sanctum. But he can weaken my guys. And you just have to worry about all my back row. Ooh, Clear Ice.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it's 5 or higher. But I remember in Duel Links, I literally did this combo to keep putting Phoenix Dragon back into my deck. And I'm still like, oh yeah, Clear Ice Dragon. 5 and higher. Could you not put Gaia back in my deck, mate?
Just the guy.
Gaia is one of those cards that, like, you know, if I'm playing a Gaia deck, fantastic. Yeah, I'll take a Gaia. I'm not playing a Gaia deck.
Repeats from an Ancient Arise.
Okay. Ancient Arise is an awkward one, because you can't just sit on it, he's too weak. Ooh. Oh, we're going very aggressive here. The bold discard as well. I suppose it would have been a 33% chance to try and hit, I guess, quote-unquote, the good one. Alright, well, I think we have to try and maintain this board state, so we are going to use our Quaking. I can't kill you, though, so you've at least got another turn. And also, Siesta Terrero can't actually kill any of your guys, so you're probably also going to end up keeping a dude. Plus, you've also got your own back row. Right, where are you going to drop this? Because I had this last turn, I couldn't play it. But we are going to Tribute 2 and summon out Max Raider. Well, this could be a trap hole. Okay, there's the trap hole. Then we're going to normal summon Bustinatrix, normal summon Avion, and activate the fusion. This will let me make the big boy. We'll activate his effect, and I don't think it matters who we boost here, so we'll just boost this. We are going to go ahead and pop the field spell again, just because, again, I know how problematic that can get. We're then going to summon out our Piercing Samurai, who actually gets to do a thing. I guess, in hindsight, knowing that I had the Piercing Samurai, I should have put the boost on Neos. Set, battle. They all have the same defense, so it doesn't matter who we attack first. We'll swing at this one. And then we'll swing at this one. And we can't kill the last one, but sure.
That's GG.
Oh, is it because Piercing Samurai's piercing means that you can't stall it out?
Yep. No high level monsters. Okay.
I mean, that is a shame. I mean, you basically did brick 2 games in a row, but to be fair as well, these are structure decks, right? So
Yeah.
We're at the mercy of whatever we get. I just as easily could have drawn like Gaia, Max Raider, Neos and just been completely unable to play, or vice versa, just not seen any of the boss monsters. Or even I could just find Gaia and Max Raider and be able to play them and still accomplish nothing because those cards are ass. I think it goes without saying that Burst Wingman is actually a very, very strong card. And the main issue I have with the Elemental Heroes in terms of what they've currently got just with this deck is why would I ever want to go into Flame Wingman or Thunder Giant, right? They're super niche, and just comparing them to Burst Wingman is a 3100 attacker, which is already really good. He can also boost other cards, so I could make like a Sparkman I just have on the field of 26, which is nice to just be able to clear multiple things. As well as the fact that that is a lingering attack boost, so that means, you know, it basically lets me have a big guy during your turn, which is very important for this deck, because this deck, again, is going to be really bad at that. And popping back row, as we've seen with like the Gaia deck, or even the Magnet deck, is very, very strong. I seem to keep accessing these decks that can just destroy back row with fusion monsters. That seems to be my thing at this point. Obviously, you know, Blue Eyes we've seen a ton. Game 1, I think you really got to just beat me up with a vanilla Blue Eyes White Dragon, and that's kind of how we expected all 3 games to go, I think. Games 2 and 3, obviously, you didn't really get much Blue Eyes stuff going. This was kind of the Ancient Arrive Dragon deck after that point.
Yeah. Only having one of each of them.
Yeah. But going forward, we will have access to multiple copies of stuff, so we will hopefully have a bit more consistency going on. I did, like we say, expect this hero deck to be a bit naff, and I don't want to overhype it. it's still a bit naff. But Burst Wingman is a like ray of hope in an otherwise cloudy sky, right? It is genuinely quite a cool card. I'm a bit worried about it being level 6, right? Because I can't think of many ways it being level 6 can benefit us, but I can think of a lot of ways that being level 6 hurts us, right? There's a lot more cards that work on level 6s than there are that work on level 8s or 9s. So we'll have to see how that goes going forward. But, yeah, sorry that you had the 2 bricks. I'm sure that wasn't a super enjoyable experience for you, but GG?
GG.